Are you recording? And this is our trailhead here. Okay. And
promise me.
Let me confirm that we're going the right way first.
Okay. And can you force us to stop at the halfway point to get some flower pictures?
Yep.
Perfect condition.
Yeah, the trail is really in good condition and no mud today. I guess just looking for the white signs really helps keep people on trail. Whew.
Probably goes flying.
Yeah.
I had one of these I could not get closed back in CB.
Some good twisty turns here. Whoa. Oh, good morning. There's one more behind me.
Good morning.
Yeah, no, just us two.
Nope. Well, not with us anyway. Hi, I'm the last. Morning. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
I ended on a rock.
Don't move.
Yeah, if you can lift the bike for me.
Hold on, don't move.
Okay. I hit something. Could have been that one right there too.
Ah, you're right. Look. Here's the evidence of everybody else hitting it too.
Oh yeah.
Right
Yep.
there. Stealth.
Yep. So
Probably it was a
I
pedal.
probably came right here. My pedal was too low.
Yep.
I struck it, stopped me, and I endoed. So I landed there. Okay.
So go slower now.
Oh, no way. It's definitely pretty tight in here. But you got to get back on that horse. Good switch back here. Definitely getting attacked by bugs here. I get it if I rode faster. Whew. Trail reminds me of Dead Horse State Park in Utah.
Why is that?
Just because of the turns.
Yeah.
And it's just with pine trees instead of slick rocking.
So, I'll be controversial. I think this is blue. I would never throw somebody fresh at a green.
Yeah,
on this trail.
I would agree. I definitely don't.
I mean, I'm using
Those.
my core bike handling skills and line picking,
Yeah.
and
No, you have to. There's a lot of alternates and stuff like that. If you don't pick the right line, you can go flying off a rock.
yeah, and I think the altitudes are tough, and the post holes from the horses have really jacked it.
Yeah. Yeah, like that is not a green. I mean, Trail Forks actually shows it as a blue trail.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
I thought it showed it as green.
Well, that was weird because when we pulled in, the thing, like when I had it on there, it had a green spot, but that may have been a start.
Oh,
So,
okay. See, a lot of fire came through here.
yeah. I wonder if that was on purpose, like a
Controlled.
control fire.
Well, you may be right, because you notice how they're all piled into piles.
Uh-huh.
I remember seeing them do that over by Los Burros. Yeah, good point.
Okay. Signage. My back tire is spinning out. No, I happened to be in Nebraska. I got a flat and the mosquitoes just killed me.
Found a mountain biker with a flat tire, no blood left. What makes this trail a little tricky is all the little marbles.
Yeah, because that's, I was slipping on that trying to climb through it. So I definitely, I'm going to not go too crazy down here.
Yep.
Not until I get to know this trail. That's the thing with on new trails, right?
You see there, someone went off.
Yep.
So this is 13%. I can see why we went clockwise.
Yeah. So there'd been a hell of a climb. Bing.
But there's some clues here. This trail isn't ridden very much.
Uh-huh. That's a nice little downhill.
Yeah,
I mean,
I liked it. I like that climb too.
it's a well-rounded trail. Do you want to get any pictures here of these flowers?
Yeah, except that my light is all shitty now.
Yeah. Well,
Let's see if we get some light
okay.
later.
All right, so keep on
This
going.
is really nice.
Yeah. Oh, definitely get some on the GoPro. Oh, this is pretty. Take a look at that view. It's okay, puppies. All right. fun ride.
That is going to make some outrageous video. I would love to do a split screen of you and I doing the exact same section of rock. And like, it's almost like having somebody in front of you that's trying, it pushes you harder.
Yeah.
I probably just would have walked a lot of that, but I'm like, okay, well, Fred's riding it, so, and we both rode it.
Yeah.
It's going to make fantastic footage. All right, so I amend my statement from before. This was an amazing trail.
The downhill is what's worth it. It's not, I mean, the climb actually,
I love that climb.
It's well balanced.
Yeah.
It makes it worth
It's a rideable climb, which you just live for those, right? Like, not the killer.
It's the good old traditional.
Oh, the cabin.
Oh, yeah. Somebody lived there at some time.
Crazy. There's a rock one there too. So this is the cutoff, I guess, so we want to go left.
Yes. Yeah, because that must be, let's see what the sign says here. Trailhead this way, yep.
Whoa!
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
I hit a rock with my pedal and it must have rolled down on the trail.
I almost hit it.
Yeah. I think the mosquitoes know that the uphill portion is the place to hang out to get human blood.
Right. You can't blow them away. They just keep coming.
Yep. You're not going fast uphill, so. It's hat day.
It is hat day. Up here in the mountains, the coming and going of these clouds, it just gets really bright, then really dark. And what trail did we just ride?
So we did Land of the Pioneers.
So that's up here in the White Mountains.
Yes, it's another trail. It's about 6-7 miles from
Los
here,
Burros,
from the Los
right.
Burros Trail. It's a intermediate trail.
So they say, blue.
So they say, yeah, blue. There's, well, we'll go into that in a second, but just to kind of give everybody, the elevation climb was around 700 feet.
700 feet climbing.
And between 8 and 9 miles.
8 and 9 miles, and it was altitude here on that ride was about 7,300 feet.
Yeah, so they're a little lower than right here by almost 1,000
About
feet.
1,000 feet, right.
And we can kind of feel in the trail. I mean, the first thing, like, again, we got rain again this morning, and this trail was perfectly dry.
Dry, yeah, like just a few miles away.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And the trail conditions themselves, I mean, this trail system, I'm not sure who actually maintains the trails.
We'll flash that up for our viewers.
Yeah,
we'll find that out.
If we find out. But the trails were in generally good shape. I mean, there's obviously been some like cow prints and
Cows and horses, yeah, a lot of damage. But
other than that, it wasn't, the trail itself, it seemed like it was quite designed for mountain bikers.
Biking, for sure. We rode, it's basically a clockwise oval, right?
Yeah.
And I vote that we rename it Trail of the Marbles.
Yeah.
Because it was some treacherous stuff out there.
Yeah,
a lot of small little rocks.
Yeah, so the the nice thing about this trail is that when you first start off, it's again a nice, nice cross country-ish, no major
nice
climbs, good warm-up time.
Right.
And then as soon as you kind of get warmed up, then that's when you kind of start your climb. And again, you can go either way on this, but we went clockwise on this particular trail, and it was definitely a good climb.
They right, and they designed, whoever designed it knew what they were doing, because it had very, very well designed mountain bike style switchbacks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because again, hikers could go straight up the side, but mountain bikers, you're going twisting back and forth
Yeah,
up the climb.
they did a really nice job with the serpentine climb. So by the time the highest point of the trail, you've only climbed about 500 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But what a view
Yeah.
up there. Just unbelievable.
Yeah. And just to kind of continue on the climbing portion, or at least I had a nice little accident, which you'll see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that was actually, which is amazing, because it was technically on the climb portion of the trail, but it was a little downhill section near some rocks, and my pedal struck, I do believe, and I did a nice little endo. So we'll see how that video comes out there, but it should be make for at least some good chuckles for everybody. But the good news is that I was wearing my full pads, and I'm really glad that Emily convinced me to make sure I wore my pads.
We had this discussion in the parking lot,
and I had landed on my knee and elbow, but I protected the GoPro and my head.
Tuck and roll.
Yeah, tuck and roll. And again, you'll see that in the video.
So then, so we did some climbing, and I kind of was a little bit bummed out by all the gates.
Yeah.
Lots of gates on this, and sometimes you're getting into your zen, and then there's a gate.
And definitely the mosquitoes were out on the climb.
Brutal.
And if you're going slow, they're not there. I mean, I think they all purposely went to the climbing area just to attack people, because they're just all over you.
I think I had a few mosquitoes for lunch.
Yeah, I definitely ate one, and I spit it out. I tried spitting it out, and I probably got good coverage on the GoPro of me spitting on my phone and everything on my handlebars, so it was kind of gross. I was just like, what the hell did I just eat?
So we did a little bit of climbing. We got the gates in there. A lot of very the descent is actually fairly technical in my opinion. A lot of loose material.
And that's the part, like the marbly kind of dirt, rock,
like this volcanic material.
Yeah, volcanic material. And your tire slipped out on me several times on the switchbacks climbing up.
Yep.
And then it made me very cautious on the downhill.
Yeah, the washout was a big risk.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, and I didn't and there wasn't any real berms set up or anything like that to take that downhill.
But they weren't
quickly.
off camber. I mean, it was still a good design. And then, so I would say about 2/3 of the way down on the descent, we hit this. I would argue a blue-black technical section, kind of a granite overhang.
Oh yeah.
And then it did a little serpentine loop through some very technical stuff.
Yeah.
So that was actually it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a debate, like whether we try to ride it or not, and
we rode it.
Yeah, and well, granted, falling earlier in the ride made me actually want to make sure I can
Redeem
actually
yourself.
get through something. Yeah.
Well, then I'm riding behind you, and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, Fred rode it, then I got to ride it.
Yeah, and granted, just make sure, like when you're doing your when you're riding, make sure you keep your pedals level and stuff like that. Don't keep them too low so you don't get struck.
Yeah, so we did that super technical part. Then it continues on a very enjoyable downhill, and then we sort of got faked out. We thought we were getting close to the trailhead when the climbing was done, and then nope, there was like another 100 feet. Right?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of climbing at the end, and so, but not too bad. I mean, again, now that we kind of understand the trail, we could put the energy into the climbing, and we know that there is a little bit of climb at the very end and stuff like that. But it's not a major, no.
It wasn't brutal. Yeah.
Big 20% climbs or
anything. And
they like that.
Once again, the designers of this trail did a superb job. Even the climb at the end, switchbacks. So it's not brutal by any means.
And definitely, I would give the trail a thumbs up for...
Heavy thumbs up.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to ride that trail again.
Yeah.
We were having a debate over what we thought was hardest. Even though Los Burros loop is longer, for some reason I felt like this was a harder trail, but Fred and I decided I might have faked myself out just by... I know Los Burros like the back of my hand, and this is the first time I've done Trail of the Pioneers.
Yeah.
So, and also, this trail has some shortcuts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to shortcut it.
Yeah, if you want to take like a shortcut to actually go and do the downhill versus doing the full ride, you could. But again, like it was only a 9-mile
Yeah.
ride, and this reminds me of like a morning ride before going to
Before work,
Yeah.
yeah.
If only we were able to work out here in the White Mountains, it would be a nice trail to go because
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
you should be able to get it done under 2 hours. Once you're especially once you understand the trail.
And we stopped and took pictures.
Oh
and
yeah,
crashed
definitely.
and so
All that fun stuff.
yeah, and there were some cows out there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So my thing continues, which is I've told Fred about this for years, but I'm apparently very sensitive to pollution, even though we're 6,000 feet higher there than Phoenix. I have no problem with fitness here.
Yeah.
When we're down in Phoenix, I get a lot of asthma, so this was neither of us really had any trouble, right? I mean, we're flatlanders. We came right up here,
Yeah.
rode yesterday, and then we rode today, and no worries.
Yeah, my legs are a little sore. I think from the Los Burros Trail.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but my legs are. But this was like a great second day ride.
That was perfect. And then to come back to the Airstream,
Yeah.
we have hot water, we have a shower waiting for us.
Mhm.
Oh, and the most important, beer.
Oh yes. We'll get some beer pretty quick.
So I guess we're giving this trail a thumbs up.
Definitely.
Heavy thumbs up.
All right.